Hello, everybody. Please welcome to the live stream of Big Fork Fridays and welcome your MC, Rosa, to the stage. It's me. Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Rosa.
It's
I
Rosa.
am
All right.
excited to be MCing Big Fork Socially Distant live stream today. And I am looking on my phone because I can see you guys' comments, which I very much appreciate, and I'm accidentally playing the noise as well. Normal stuff from me. Classic competent MCing. I hope you're all very excited for it. Like I said, it's Big Fork Socially Distant live stream, which means our live stream every Friday night, doing improvised comedy. Improvised comedy live on YouTube. Yes, it's that simple and that effective. If you haven't seen improvised comedy before, the important thing to know is that it's all made up on the spot, and nothing you see has been planned, and things been prepared, and nothing's been, carefully scripted or written out. And I want you guys to take this opportunity to really show your appreciation for the comedians in their own homes through the comments in the chat. Just go off in the chat is what I'm saying to you. Just please go off in the chat. And also make sure you invite some friends. If you have any friends you think might be enjoy this kind of stream, send them the link now and be like, hey, what are you doing? Everyone's at home, guys. Everyone's at home. They're all at home waiting to see improv comedy. So send them a link. Bully them into joining you. And then you guys can chat in the chat. It's a perfect system. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I think we've got a lot of great offers coming through. What I asked for was professions and activities, and that is for later on. You'll figure out what is going to be happening later on. But first off, to do improv, we need performers. That's very important. So what I'm going to get you to do in the chat is just to go wild, go crazy, clap, cheer in the digital way for our first half performers. And they're going to come to stage one at a time. First up, we have Brad.
Yay!
Ooh, yeah. We got Ben.
Everybody! Yay!
We got Beck.
Hooray!
Liz.
Yay.
We've got Ben S.
This is coming.
Yay.
It's here.
Standard. And we've got Chris M.I.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first half, to the mixer. This is the mixer, everyone. I mean, I didn't say that before, but now you know. So the mixer is our first half, and excitingly, we're going to start off with a group game. Actually, none of the offers were going to be used in this group game yet, but later on there will be. So the first group game of this evening is lines from a hat. So I'm going to give these guys some lines. They're going to come up with some things in response to these prompts that I'm going to give them. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Excited?
Yes. Ready?
I'm
So
excited.
excited.
All right.
So excited.
So the first lines from a hat is things you don't want to hear from your boss while you're working from home.
Why is my foot stuck in this bin? I need you to come and get me out of this bin right now. Get me out of the bin.
Just hold on just a minute. Flush.
Hey,
Barry, that's the third time I've seen your bathroom today.
hey, I just want you to double check. Has somebody had a look at that mole on your lower back?
I have to say, those tracky dacks are hot.
Oh my god. Okay, that's enough of that one. That's enough of that one, I think. And we're gonna do now the most unusual greetings you might hear on a bus.
It's always my stop.
Do you get off too?
Oh my god.
I have to say, those tracky dacks are hot.
Hey, right. Now I want to see the worst times you can burst into song. The worst times to burst into song.
This is your pregnancy.
I'm sorry you died tonight.
I've had way better than that.
My
Old
You
burrito.
got cancer.
I hope you are enjoying doing my autopsy.
Okay.
Happy Pap smear to you. Happy Pap smear to
Me
you.
All right. I understand you guys enjoyed that one.
No.
We're gonna.
What's
end on-
next, Rosa? Sorry.
Nothing for you.
Bad
Ben.
time, Ben.
Nothing for you. All right, so that's the end of Lines from a Hat. They did a pretty good job, don't you think? Give them a round of applause. Clip,
Yay.
clip.
Again.
And, now we're going to see a scene with just two players. I want to see Brad and Sandon, and you guys are a magician and the magician's apprentice. So this is like not a real wizard. It's like a magician in the sense of like Penn and Teller. We got Brad and Sandon, the magician and his apprentice magician.
Brad, you did your disappearing act again.
I'm sorry, boss. I really felt like Macca's today.
Maccas, did the Big Mac disappear as soon as you received it in your hand?
How did you know? How did you know?
Because the Golden Arches to me are a lot more than corporatism. To me, they represent the corporate magic of disappearing Happy Meals.
You said that I should stay away from the Happy Meals, that there was a dark art. Tell me what you know, please, Master.
Brad, tell me, when you received your first Happy Meal toy as a child, did it turn into a turtle's head immediately upon entrance into the next Macca's you visited?
I can't believe you got that right.
That's it. Excellent. What a perfect. I mean, I can't think what else a magician and his assistant would do than argue about McDonald's. That's perfect. All right. Okay. So what I've done is I'm smart. So you guys can know this just at home, just so you know. I've put my notes for the show on 3 different devices and I'm losing my mind. So that's what's happening. Next up, we're going to have Liz and Ben S doing a scene. This scene is you guys are on your 3rd date and one of you is no longer into it, into the relationship. So you're on your 3rd date and one of you's no longer that into it. Off you go.
It's just so good to see you again. You know, I've just been Liz? Liz?
Sorry,
Liz?
I'm late.
Sorry.
I just wasn't that enthusiastic about being here.
Well, Liz, I'm just so glad to see you again. You know, you're just a ray of sunshine, and I know, and you know, I just hope to bring your enthusiasm back. You know, I just want to bring your enthusiasm back.
I really appreciate that you feel that way, and I think that, you know what, I understand that coronavirus is we're not seeing many new cases, but I'd like to continue our social distancing.
You mean
I just think, yeah,
just like staying online together?
I feel, and maintaining a distance of six foot, just as we move forward for an indefinite period of time.
6 foot is way closer than I.
Cut to Ben and his friend Mark talking about the exchange. Ben, what happened, mate?
Well, she said she wanted me within 6 feet of her.
Woo!
That's right, buddy.
Man.
I'm in.
Within 6 feet.
That's way closer than any other person has ever wanted me within her.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Mark? Mark?
We cut to Ben S visiting his doctor. Well, I've never performed and arm extension surgeries, but I understand that you want your arms extended to 6 feet and 3 inches.
They're just not long enough. I need to be able to touch.
Dean, what a heartwarming journey through Ben's psyche. Delightful. All right. In the comments, I want you to go off, obviously, for that hilarious scene and the arm surgery therein. And I also would love you to chuck in the comments a relationship of any kind. It doesn't have to be, think outside the box. What other relationships are there? And in the meantime, we're going to see a scene with Mark Lombard, Chris, Ben Kay, and Beck, Chris Milne, and use all eggs. So your eggs in a carton, and you're the last carton on the shelf at Coles. It's 8:05 a.m. and you're the last carton on the shelf. That's a joke about how there's never any eggs. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Important. What use are the eggs? I want to see a scene where use are the eggs and use are having a chat. Off you go.
I don't think anyone's coming. Nobody's bought us yet. What are we going to do?
There have been so many people, though. There have been so many people come through. Come on, don't lose hope yet. Don't lose hope.
You guys just have to relax. You never know what's going to happen, so just take every minute at a time.
But what if no one
That's
buys
because you
it?
don't have any yolk on you, Chris. But there's only 4 of us left. 2 of us
Maybe-
have died. Most of
maybe
them
they-
are me.
They might have forgot to paint the Sunny Queen smile on our faces, and that's why we're not getting bought.
Oh, I've got it. What?
Oh, yeah.
Pick us! Pick us! Pick us!
Attention,
Pick us!
guys.
Come on! With it,
Wait
come
a
on.
minute.
Oh, it's because you're cracked, Ben. It's because you're cracked and your yolk is going everywhere. They can smell it.
Maybe
That's
it's
not me.
not
That's
that.
Jerry. That's Jerry's leftover crack on me.
Is that?
Yeah, come on.
Is that?
Don't worry about Jerry and Phyllis.
Oh,
They're dead. Just take.
I just got it. Oh,
Oh, he's got me.
Jerry.
He's got me. Oh, help me. Oh.
Come back.
Yeah. He's just taking his journey, guys. Don't worry about it.
Didn't want us. He just wanted one of us.
What's wrong with us?
There's nothing wrong with you guys. It's just not your time yet. Happen.
8:06. It's 8:06. The shop's shut soon.
Yeah. That's true. But life's full of truths, you guys. And if you guys just wait long enough, you'll get picked. Don't worry.
Guys, I'm over near the custard. He just left
This
me
is
here.
serious.
Oh,
Ben? Can you hear Ben?
no.
Pick us.
Oh, I've been picked up.
Do you like the ones that shake?
Stop it. Please stop it.
Whoa.
Please stop
you
it.
make him
Please stop
dizzy.
it. Please stop
Can
it.
we get the shaky one? It's like it's talking to me. I feel like it's good to
Stop
cook.
it. Stop it.
Okay, we'll get this one.
Oh.
Hey,
Whoa, this guy's a bit handsy. Oh, we're still. Oh, I thought you were
Just us.
gone, and just
I
us.
thought I
Hey,
was going too. I felt the fingers on my head, and that was it. Oh, I thought I was gone. It's just us
What?
two now.
what did it feel like when you had the fingers on your head?
I was so close. I thought I was going. I thought that was it. I thought it was my moment to shine. Now I feel cracked.
Oh, I'm like.
And scene. Wow. I just couldn't get. I was gripped. I was gripped by the exploration of those feelings, and yeah. But also, I've never seen a Coles that sold eggs individually. Who knew? We're gonna get
Times are
everyone
tough
back on.
these days. Times
Yeah,
are
we're
tough.
gonna get everyone back on to do another group game. Everyone turn your cameras on, babies. We're gonna play a game called Sex with Me. So that all of your offers that you put in the comments, thank you for those. Because now we're going to use them, and we're going to play a game called Sex with Me, where the players were going to tell us how sex with them is like X being the offer that I'm going to give them. So are you guys ready? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna see a scene about not a scene. Just gonna see you guys play Sex with Me, the game that you know how to play. Sex with Me is like a ballet dancer.
Sex with Me is like a ballet dancer because everyone pays like $100 to watch.
Sex with Me is like a ballet dancer. It looks really beautiful, but it's just too much muscle.
Sex with Me is like a ballet dancer because you have to hold on to a bar.
Sex with Me is like going to see the ballet. It's actually just not enjoyable. It sucks.
Oh. Sex with Me is like a ballet dancer. You need strong ankles.
Right. Me is like an Old West shootout.
Sex with Me is like
an Old West. After you, Brad.
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. It's over in about 30 seconds.
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. There's not enough room for the two of them.
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. It's how we settle our differences.
Sex with Me is like a Wild West shootout. It's very, very dusty.
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. There's a gaggle of ladies at the side going, "Ooh!"
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. I'll shoot mine off first.
Hey, all right. Beck, did you have one for that?
Sex with Me is like an Old West shootout. There's lots of bangs.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
Okay, so we're going to have one last one. All right, so Sex with Me is like washing windows.
Sex with Me is like washing windows. It helps if there's Diet Coke involved.
Sex with Me is like washing windows. I get it by pulling up to traffic lights and
Sex with Me is like washing windows. If you're on a high level floor, you'll probably get a good view.
Sex with Me is like washing windows. Boring.
Sex with washing windows. When it goes, you know you're done.
All right, that's the end of Sex with Me, everybody. Give it up for the players. Comments. Give them a clap and a cheer in the comments. I'm not sure how that. Maybe the emoji styles. Look at this. All right, so thanks everybody. We're going to have a scene now, a two-person scene. We're going to see Mark, Elle, and Beck, and you guys are going to be a parent and a teacher having a conversation.
I'm coming.
A teacher.
Look, I'm very, very glad that you came to see me this evening for parent-teacher interviews.
Yes, we like to do that with our child because she is gifted, and I want to know that you're looking after her needs.
Your child is gifted, and she does have needs, which I'm afraid
she needs to go into the next grade. She needs to go a grade above. She's too intelligent. I'm thinking she should go 2 grades up. Is that what you're going to tell me?
Sort of. I was going to suggest perhaps 2 grades down.
What? What?
Well,
What are you
she's
trying to
that
say?
gifted. She's that gifted that I think if she were to go 2 grades down,
She could help the others and teach the teacher how to teach the
Exactly.
children.
exactly.
But that donation, you did receive that donation I gave you, didn't you? The one that might help her go up 2 grades?
Well, we spent it very, very quickly, but I still think she should go down the 2 grades.
And scene. An impossible to resolve conflict between a parent and a teacher of the dumbest child alive. Apparently.
Thanks.
Okay, well, excellent. You know, I mean, I think it's some relatable content there. And we're gonna get a scene with Ben, Kay, and Chris Mill next. The problem is there's 2 Chris M's. So this is what's happening. I don't know if anyone's seen a few of our other shows, but there's a lot of double up first names. There's 2 Chris's. And Chris and Chris both have the first last initial.
Did you say me?
Oh,
No.
You get out of here, man.
My name's Mark. The other Mark isn't here. Okay, all right. So you guys are in a. You guys doing
That
a scene?
Ben? Do you want this Ben or that
no,
Ben? No.
Ben K. Ben K. Great. All right, it's enough.
Well, at least we have our own fun, eh?
Yeah. Okay. So please, if we could just have Ben, Kay, and Chris. You guys are the last two survivors on a ship, and I want to see the scene that you play with that. The last two survivors on a ship.
So that Tim Tam.
You have it. You what?
Nothing. I'll have it. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. No need for any scare tactics.
Wow. Hey,
was
Chris. Chris, have I
Yeah.
ever told you how much you look like a Tim Tam? I bet you look sort of sweet, but crunchy and gooey on the inside. Man, do you feel like a tea or a coffee or?
I mean, sure. Yeah, I'll have
Because they go
two.
really well with Tim Tams, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Let me get you a tea. Hold on 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay.
Here you go.
Oh.
Tea bag in or out?
Leave it in.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks. Oh. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Just drink that up. How is it? Taste all right?
It's quite good. Yeah. So what were you saying before?
Just and 3,
Hold
2,
on. Hold on.
1.
Yes.
Oh. I thought I put the right amount of rat sack in there, and obviously.
And see. Oh, Ben, if you're gonna eat him after you've poisoned him with rat sack.
Oh no! Damn it! I'm so stupid.
Ben, all right. Thank you so much, Ben and Chris. Now we're gonna have one last. This is the last scene of this half. Oh my god! Another half.
Not
Oh my
bad.
god! This is exciting. So the people I want are Liz, Ben S, Sandon, and Brad. I want you to come on stage. That's what we call it here when you turn on your camera. Coming on stage. Okay, yous are a group of people at a family reunion, and you used to be the kids' table, but you know you're all the cousins at the kids' table, but now you're all adults. It's kind of still the kids' table, and you're at a sort of a family reunion, family event. Off you go.
So, you guys notice anything different about me?
Are your arms longer?
I grew this
All right,
beard.
Oh,
Okay, all right. All right, let's make this whole reunion about Ben's beard.
Finally.
wait, I've got a big difference I noticed about what you were drinking, Ben.
Go on.
Usually it's apple and black currant juice, but now I think it's red wine. Is that right?
Whoa, it is right.
Oh yeah, so it's like big boys drinking. Oh, big boys
Hey
drink.
guys,
Big boys drink.
Ben.
What,
Yeah,
Liz?
sorry.
What,
what,
Liz?
Brad?
What, Brad?
Oh, I was just going to say, Ben seems to be wanting to make this whole reunion about him, and
Yeah.
we're here to celebrate the marriage of cousin Judy and Greg, and I think it's just we should think about that and not about Ben and his. Hi, Greg. Not about Ben and his beard.
Judy and Greg, neither of them have an amazing beard, and they still drink apple and black currant juice.
Yeah, we
And
drink
not only
wine.
that, can I just say, I got through my entire childhood and no one ever asked me to be a flower girl, and now I'm a big buffy adult. Now, still nobody wants me to be a flower girl.
Mate, drink this. Drink this. Am I right, Brad? Am I right?
You'll love it.
Yeah, that's how we deal
I
with
have
it.
to say, all those kids over on the other table get those dino-shaped nuggets. What are we eating?
Yeah.
Frickin' schnitzel.
Dino shape.
Do you want, Liz? Do you want the dino nuggets? I can go get some for you.
Not at.
Hold
Yes,
it right
okay,
there.
Yes.
Okay.
I want dino nuggets.
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm just going to go talk to Greg.
Can I have some dino nuggets? Oh.
Okay. Yes. Hello, Greg.
Oh yeah.
Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Mum, Brad's stealing the dino nuggets from the kids' table.
Yes.
Quick!
Hey, nice work, guys. Give a round of applause. Let's have all our players from the first half back. Let's get Chris back and Beck and Ben and Mark. Oh, nice work, y'all. Good work. Give yourselves a round of applause. Improv comedy on the internet. All right, well, give it up in the comments for these wonderful people. We had Chris. We had Ben S. We had Ben K.
Oh, that's me. Bye.
Brad.
Liz.
Beck. And Mark. Yeah.
And me.
Hell yeah. It's me, but already disappearing. Good work, everyone. And very excitingly, we're about to go to our second half. And in the comments, I want you guys to start giving me some offers. So for the second half, we just need any word offer, just a word of any kind. If you can think of a word that isn't a food word, that would also be good. So just go off, put some comments, put some offers in the comments, and we'll pick some later. But because we're about to do a second half, and we're about to do Cool Story Bro, which is very exciting. It's a very awesome show that we love to do in real life when we can. Touch wood soon, that will be happening when it's safe. This show is basically improvised off the back of some true stories that are going to be told by a guest storyteller. So first, I'm going to bring our guest storyteller to the stage. This person is a hilarious improviser. They've been Big Fork improviser, OG original person. Unfortunately, they and their partner have been not living in Brisbane recently, so haven't been able to perform with us. So this has been a blessing to get them to be able to perform with us. It's Claire Jolliffe. Claire is not only an awesome improviser, but a woman who's lived a very interesting life. She used to be a journalist, writing stories about rock stars. Now is like a cool mountain person, knows a lot about very cool person.
Cool
This is Claire, who's going to be telling true stories which will inspire our improv. And who's going to do the improv, guys? I mean, that is an important question. So give it up for our cast as they also come to stage. We have Chris Martin. Me. Jim. Calvin. Sarah. Logan. Reese. And Ada and Taylor, who I said while Chris was yelling, so she may not have heard it. Hey. All right. So thanks so much, guys. And so let me just have a look at some of the offers that we have on offer. All right. I'm just going to say something, say a couple, and you're going to tell me, Claire, what inspires you. And then everyone else will leave the stage, and we'll actually, players, you can head off. Thanks for coming. They'll be in the show. Don't worry. They're coming back.
Forever.
Yeah. Got Carousel. We've got Clouds. We've got Coca-Cola, Candelabra, Clocks. Anything of that?
Yeah. Candelabra.
Off you go.
Okay. Well, I did spend some time in Israel working on a kibbutz, which is like a collective farm. And they stick very closely to their religious observances. Even though a lot of them aren't very religious, they still have these special ceremonies because that's what they do. And there was a whole load of us overseas volunteers who were working in the fields and generally having a great time. And sort of doing our own thing to a certain extent. But Fridays was the big day. And they had a special ritual meal in the cafeteria where we had all our other meals. And they had the candelabra type, I think it's called a menorah, which is very important to them, and it was all lit up with the candles. What was important to us overseas volunteers was it was the only time they had alcohol. And we used to hang out for this because the kibbutz was quite isolated, and we couldn't get any alcohol. We weren't allowed to go off the kibbutz because it was too dangerous. And so Friday nights was the big night when we could actually get alcohol. So while everybody, they were all carefully drinking their half a glass of ritual wine, we were all plotting how to get the spare bottles out of the cafeteria without any of them seeing. And we were fairly good at this, but the only problem was we went back to we're basically living in little huts, and we had straw mattresses. It was that basic. And so we'd go back to our huts, and we would start drinking this wine. What we didn't realize, it was absolutely awful vodka, but we were so desperate that, or thought we were that desperate, that we got drunk on it. And
thank you, Claire. That's a great story. Amazing. I'm giving up for Claire in the comments. Now leave the stage, and we'll have our performers do some scenes inspired by that story, and then we're going to hear another story from Claire later.
Dude, it's weird that you do all your drinking while you're taking number twos.
Your internet cut out. I didn't hear a word you said.
Dude, I think it's weird that you do all your, only drink alcohol whilst you're doing a number two on the toilet.
Have you ever tried it, bruh? It's the best way to do a poo and to drink beer.
I'm just saying, you can do it other times as well. This is the only time you drink it. And why did you invite me here? It's creepy.
Hey, man, can I share with you? I got the contractors coming around next week to install a second toilet in the toilet so we can drink and poop together. High five.
Just wash that hand first.
We cut to Logan going to a brand new bar that has opened up. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming to this establishment. You're actually one of the first people who came here. Will you require a stall or a urinal?
What?
Yes, we don't have any tables or chairs here. As you know, the drinking whilst on the toilet has completely taken off. So would you like to stand at a urinal and drink there, or would you like a stool to sit at?
A urinal, but why is this popular? A gin and tonic or a urinal, thanks.
Gin and tonic in the urinal, or
no?
Yes?
No. What's happening? Why is this a thing now?
Why not? You get pissed, you piss, you get more pissed. We find that people drink more and more if they're on the toilet.
Oh, Adam, I'll have the same, please, in stall 3.
Oh yes, she's one of our regulars. You see,
we cut back to Logan at a weed bar. Hey, bro, that's a joint urinal. You just did a shit in a joint urinal.
Okay, it's confusing.
Cut to black. We cut to black. Mom, I got something to tell you, Mom. You know how you said that I had to stay at home until I was 18?
Yeah, of course, son.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving. I met a Benedictine monk down the street. I'm gonna be a monk, Mum.
Well,
go hide in the car.
I am so proud of you, son.
Sorry, I just had to push him out of the room. What?
I'm so proud of you. It's taken 12 years for you to come up with this.
Well, I'm doing this to rebel, Mum. Don't be proud of me.
Well, I couldn't think of anything better for you, mate.
You don't even know about Benedictine monks, Mum.
Oh, I've been reading up about those sort of things, and I think it's really good. I think it's great. Go and enjoy yourself.
We flash back to a parents' meeting that the mum was at with other parents, learning about cool ways to introduce yourself to other cool religious types. So the thing is, maybe you might see someone and you're like, hey, they're a little bit holy. Hold your horses. You gotta look for other items that they might be wearing or holding to indicate it. Now, Reese, last week you did go up to that man in an alleyway. What did you think he was?
Well, I thought that he was the Pope. It was silly. It was silly. I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
yeah.
I'm trying.
How's the leg? He really did number.
Well, I thought he was trying to demonstrate crucifixion, and he tried to teach me about his ways. It's not good. It's infected.
Hey man, you're doing this for your kids, you know.
Yeah.
Sarah,
That's
you're,
why we're all here.
Yeah,
We're all here
exactly.
to make sure we're doing it the best.
Sarah, your child has been under lock and key for quite some time. Don't you think it's time you took them around a nunnery or a cool temple?
I don't want to expose him to those sort of things just yet, shall I?
Well, he is 17. That's basically like old age in terms of church years.
I can say from my personal experience with the man in the alley that you really learn a lot when you meet religious people.
Yeah. Again, he wasn't a religious man.
Right. Sorry.
He wasn't the Pope.
Yeah,
If my poor son, I take him to these places and it's not true.
Cut to black. Dad, why do you still have the for sale jet ski signs up at the fish store when we don't even sell jet skis anymore?
Well, obviously.
It's false advertising.
But that's what draws them in. They come in to see the jet skis, and then we make a fish sale.
Yo, bro, you got any of those jet skis here, bro?
No.
Just sold the last one, but can I interest you in anything else?
I'm listening.
Like,
You want a piece of barramundi?
You know what? I do.
Oh shit, Dad, it's working. I'm cooking
Bro,
a barramundi.
give me that fish. Give me that fish.
I'm frying it. All right, it's a. Oh. Well, Dad, that's marketing genius.
I know. Like, I forgot to take the for sale sign down for a week, and people just kept coming in and come.
Hey, yeah, I'm looking for 16 jet skis. I've got a water show I'm putting on. I really need.
We sold the last
Impressive.
one.
What?
We sold the last one.
Just
then. I really need some jet
Would
skis.
Do you need 16 fishing rods, perhaps?
I'm listening.
Oh my God, Dad. Dad.
Do they come in red?
Yeah.
I'll take them.
That'll be $3,000.
We cut
Oh,
to
under budget.
Calvin talking to a fellow business owner. Hey man, what the hell? All right, I own the jet ski store down the road, and so far we have not sold any jet skis for the last 2 months because you put out a sign saying you sell jet skis, and then they come in and you sell them something else.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair is fair.
Did you see the jet ski show last week? It was people fishing.
Oh, hi. I saw the sign outside. Is there any jet skis?
No, I sell jet skis down the road.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm talking to the man who runs the shop.
We're all out of jet skis.
I have plenty of jet skis, man.
fishing rods?
Don't listen to them. I sell jet
listening.
skis. I sell jet skis.
Nice. We're just gonna. That's excellent. Give it up for those couple of seats. We're gonna get another story from Claire, another true story to inspire some more improv. Claire, are you with me? Is there anything from those scenes that inspires you, or you need another word?
No, I'll have another word, I reckon.
Have another word. All right, we've got
Eddie, come in.
Sleeping. We've got hopscotch. We've got alarm. We've got pine offcuts. Superstition.
Hang on a minute. Sorry?
I said simple. Any of those sparking? Sorry.
Yeah.
Got something?
I reckon sleeping.
Nice.
I'm not a good sleeper, basically, because I have nightmares. I've always had nightmares. So I find that it's quite tricky working out what to do about it. And I decided the best thing was to not worry about not sleeping. So if I don't sleep, I just think, well, I'm having a nice rest. But this does mean I get quite tired. And so I can fall asleep in most inappropriate places, like on a bus where I can miss my stop and suddenly find I'm at the terminus, or on a train down here where I end up in the Southern Highlands instead of where I should be. So I try to stay awake, but what actually happens is I end up with this kind of weird expression on my face while I try not to go to sleep like that. And last time I was doing this on the train, I had a very concerned person, this was before COVID-19, who came over and said, "Are you all right? Should I get the train stopped? Should we see if there's a doctor?" And I said, "No, I'm just trying not to fall asleep." And for some reason that didn't reassure them. So the more I talked about having these terrible nightmares and how, so I didn't sleep, the more concerned they got. This person was determined to be a good Samaritan. And in the end, I had to yell at them, which didn't actually achieve what I wanted, but it did make them go away for a while. But in the meantime, my stop came up.
Oh, that's amazing. I'd love to imagine that situation. And people who know Claire in person know she's not the type of person who usually yells. So it would be an experience to see. All right, we're going to go see some more wonderful improv inspired by that wonderful story.
Good thing you came to me. I know just how to deal with your nightmares.
Excellent.
What I'm going to do, Sarah, is I'm going to get you to put this helmet on, plug it into the computer, and I will download myself into your nightmares and I will fight them for you.
This is the best news I've had all week.
Now, you'll be able to see what I'm doing, so just let me know what's going on. Especially, is there anything I should know about your nightmares before jumping in? Anything I should prepare myself with?
Well, the 8-legged monster's really hairy and it's got big 3 eyes on top of its head. And
sort of
I
like
sometimes need to go to the toilet. So I need to wake up to go to the toilet. Otherwise, it's not fun.
You don't do that. If you wake up whilst I'm fighting the monsters to go to the toilet, I get pulled. The whole dream floods pretty much. So just don't do that, okay? If you're going to do that, let me know.
We cut to Sarah's dream where Logan's confronting the monster. I'm an 8-legged hairy creature. Who are you?
I'm Sarah's friend, and I'm here to help you find your place in the dream without being a menace.
I'm a monster.
Well, I had to bring someone else in because sometimes you're just too scary for me. He's coming in to help me out with.
Oh, I didn't realize you okay.
You might be a monster in here, but I think in there's something more.
In here?
I mean, you have 8 legs, 3 eyes. How many hearts do you have?
8 hearts. But 2 of them are broken.
Yes.
Two of my dads went for monster juice and never came home.
That's so sad.
We see those 2 monster dads. Do you think maybe we did bad by our son?
No. Once we have enough monster juice, we will take it back to him and he will love us.
Sorry, did you want pulp or not? I put a lot of pulp in.
Oh, this is gonna take a while to decide.
We could be sometime.
Yes, yeah, let us
I'll
do a
pick it
pros
out.
and cons of pulp versus non.
Sorry.
There you guys are.
Who are you? Oh, who are you? You have 2 arms, not 8, like us.
That's true. Yeah. I'm a friend of Sarah's, and your son has unfortunately been acting out due to your absence.
Wait. Does our son like pulp?
Or not pulp?
I think maybe you should ask him yourself. I just got him in the car.
What?
The dream car.
He's here.
We haven't seen him for so long. No, yeah.
I'm sorry. I put it in 2 glasses. Pulp and no
Give
pulp.
him no.
I'm
coming
I
out.
spilled juice on myself. My son can't see me like this.
Mr. Dream Psychologist, I'm here out of the... Papa?
Son.
Papa?
Son. Sorry, I'm covered in juice.
Is it pulp or not pulp juice?
What would you prefer?
Pulp?
Pulp!
We fade to black. We fade to black and open on an airplane with Reese and Calvin. Hi. Sorry I know it's really annoying when people, talk on airplanes, but I just noticed after that episode of the TV show, you kind of made like a tutting sound. Should I get them to ground the plane?
That was just I thought the quality of that TV program is usually a lot better, and that episode just kind of let me down.
I am so sorry. I know CPR.
No,
I can administer that if you need it.
Look, I'm just probably going to put on the next episode, and maybe
I'm going
that'll
to
be
call
better.
for an assistant. You're being very brave, but this cannot go on. We need to.
Hi. I saw the light was on. Can I help?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My passenger here. Sorry, what's your name?
Calvin.
He can
hi.
barely speak. The man can barely speak.
What seems
He's
to be-
just watched an episode of a TV show, which is normally quite good, but this time it wasn't up to scratch.
We got a code 3. Customer.
Don't worry.
Wait.
Don't worry. They've got it handled. It's in their hands now.
We're gonna try and ground the plane as close as we can.
Sorry,
Guys.
Can I just speak to you for a sec? I have prepped the morgue bed, the one that we carry on all long haul flights. It's available if he does pass.
Okay.
We cut to the pilots. Oh man, I don't know where we're gonna land this plane.
Oh yeah, this is great. They just pull it up in the middle of the.
We got a code 3 in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who called this?
The boss of the cabin, Adam. you know how pilots aren't the bosses on planes, and
Sorry,
Adam.
I couldn't just help it here. Did someone question my authority?
I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. Sarah did.
Sarah, you questioned my authority. I called a code goddamn 3. Respect the head of the cabin.
What sort of airplane is this code 3 in the middle of the ocean?
Missy, when we get down on the ground.
Sorry, Adam. I've prepped 2 beds in the morgue bed just in case this happened.
That's right. There could be 2 dead pilots by the end of this little fiasco.
You shut up, Sarah. We do what we're told.
What sort of airline does this?
We cut to Sarah and Calvin in the 2 morgue beds. Ladies and gentlemen aboard the plane, I have been informed that we are going to jettison the morgue beds into blue yonder, so there'll be no need for any drama on the plane anymore.
I tried to save him.
Releasing
Calvin,
morgue beds
it's been
in.
so nice knowing you. I have to strap in.
Possibly
4,
be happening.
3,
No. Oh, please, God.
One.
What sort of job did I sign up to?
Jettison. We'd like to thank you all for flying Qantas. If there's anything you'd like from my in-flight program, check that one out for us, and any
Fade
card
to
payments are
black.
accepted.
And see, that's the end of the show. Oh, that's a perfect ending. A jettisoning. Let's bring all the players and Claire back to stage. Everyone come back on, and Claire come back on.
I'm all right, guys.
Realistic plane jettisoning action, and I really appreciate it. Just second half players only. Sorry, everyone. First half.
You had
Oh,
your
second
moment.
Well, I thought that was clear. Okay. They're going to be doing shenanigans. I think.
Fuck, you're
thank
still
you so
on.
much,
Me, you're
everyone.
all second half players.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being part of the show. Okay, I'm going to try and wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for being part of the show. We got. Give it up for Claire. Wonderful stories. Loved it. So fun.
Miss you, Claire.
So we miss you. We love you, and Peter. Thanks for being on the show. Hopefully we'll see you in person again soon.
Hope so.
And sorry.
I hope so.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show. Give it up for Claire, and in the comments, give it up for Claire.
Well done, Claire.
And give it up for our players as they leave the stage. Tonight we had Chris Martin, we had Jim, we had Reese, we had Taylor, Logan, Alvin, and Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning into our live stream. We are Big Fork Theatre. We usually would be doing regular shows and that kind of thing, but because of all the lockdown stuff, you can see us here on the internet. This is on our YouTube channel, and you can check out all our previous live streams, which are also all up on our YouTube channel if you'd like to check out some past improv. And tomorrow night we have another improv show on Saturday. It's a Saturday special. It's very exciting. We've got guests from New Zealand, from Canberra, and from Sydney. So that's very exciting. 3 different places to do some improv with the directors of Big Fork Theatre as Raised by Wolves. So it'll be a really fun show. And the other thing we're doing online is Get It In Ya, which is a sketch podcast which comes out Saturdays-ish. Most Saturdays. And it's my job to edit it. So if you have any complaints, feel free to send them through to me. But it's a pretty fun show. It's been extremely fun. A lot of the people who you saw tonight have put together some really funny sketches, audio format. So you get to experience that while you're at home, and it's a good time. That's pretty much all from us tonight. So thank you for tuning into the Big Fork Socially Distant live stream. We'll be here next Friday and every Friday until we're allowed back on stage. And you can check out everything else we do on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BigForkTheatre, or our Instagram @BigForkTheatre. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.